Hello there, Felipe Carvalho here. In this video, I'm gonna show you some ideas in order to help you finding a vowel adjustment so that you can use the higher part of your voice with more ease and more comfort. I'll not talk about, I'll work towards one specific equality that's very important, but mainly what I want you guys to understand is how we perceive that the coordinations that we are using and how important it is to map those coordinations itself and not just trying to go high and flipping, switching, not switching, and trying to find magic while you are working. First of all, what's the problem in that area? That's the initial question that you have to ask yourself. The answer is our voices, our speaking voices, we have tensions on it. We have certain coordinations that we use when speaking that are not efficient on that area. So if you take, for example, the way you say normally on your spoken voice and try to sing high with that, it starts to sound weird. I even now when I did this, there were modifications going on as I went higher because I'm trained to do so. But when someone that's starting out tries to do it, their will be pure. The low gets to this because has a number of problems. The tongue lowers on the back, etc., etc. It's not important to go through that. The important thing is those vowels need to change, or better yet, you need to find new vowels in order to sing. How so? Well, think of an accent. The way someone that's while I'm speaking in this manner, someone else may speak like this, with a different kind of position of the overall voice, or lower a bit. I don't know, but they have different ways to articulate the same thing and still be comprehended all the same. That's what we want to do. How to do that? Well, the best way, in my opinion, is to move away from speaking for a little while so that you can change your reference, your way of thinking about it. I'd begin just by breathing. So open your mouth, use your hands to help. Think that it's melting down. You probably saw this on a lot of videos on the internet already. It's a great reference. Why? To use your jaw. And that's the point. You want to open your mouth and your jaw should be relaxed open. Now, with your jaw more relaxed in this manner, start breathing only through your nose. So you're going to think of breathing in and out just through your nose with your mouth open. So, and try to relax in that. Focus while you do it on moving all the sensations in this area. Remove all sensations of air rasping around in here. Should have no pressure, should be all loose. To me, it feels as if I was breathing in this part of my body, here, behind the nose. If you have difficulty while doing this, you can press the nostrils. And slowly release it, keeping the sensations in this area. After you did this, you're going to practice producing sound. What kind of sound? Here it's important that you don't use a spoken quality. Don't think of a vowel, don't think of saying anything. Think of a sound like a ship horn, So breathe through your nose with the mouth open. And then try to do the sheep horn sound or whatever other sound that you find that's detached from your speech, should not be part of the spoken voice. Try to make this new sound ride that airflow. Think of the airflow starting here, and then think of producing the sound in this area, really. So jaw open, through the nose, horn sound. Now this is no vowel, right? It says no vowel, maybe or something like that, but it's no vowel yet. But the thing is, now you got to produce a sound with no tensions in this area in your low voice. There's no vowel yet, but we'll get to that. Now you go further, and thinking of the same position, the same way that you're producing sound, you're going to produce a sound in falsetto. For the guys, for the girls, just take a note higher and higher without pressing, without forcing anything. At some point, you're going to feel it change. When that changes, that's the coordination we want. That's a register of your voice. Call it falsetto too. I don't care what you're going to call it. So switch. And I'm going to attack it on the same direction that what we were doing before. Jaw open, through the nose, think of a horn sound. If you got to do this, you should feel all in here should be very comfortable to do, right? After you got to this point, after you can produce this sound, then practice speaking, thinking of that direction and on falsetto. No full voice, no mixed, no whatever. Falsetto. Think of Mickey Mouse voice. Pluto. And while you're doing this, produce vowel, as in cup. You know the thing that you drink? Sending high, all that stuff that we talked about. You're probably gonna feel it on the back of your throat or wherever, forward on the nose, I don't care where. But it must be relaxed, you should not feel anything here. Sensations probably will be higher on your head. Now here's the tricky part. Get to do this and you have to do all those steps. Relax the jaw, through the nose, sound through the nose, then you speak on that position. This produce it on falsetto, stall everything. You don't want to produce it. Don't let anything change. Start breathing with that position, that falsetto position. Breathe on it. So do it again to make sure it's not, alternate breathing and falsetto. Now, I can feel that everything is stalled when I do it. You should feel the same. If when you do the anything moves in relation to how you're breathing, something is wrong. Adjust the again, then make sure that you're not letting go of the position while you breathe, and alternate. Breathing, falsetto, breathing, falsetto, that relaxed, very high placed, very released. After you do this, the next stage is getting to know how this vowel feel, because this is a very different vowel on your low voice. And that's the most important part. You have to pay attention. You can't let anything change at all, because I assure you, when you try to do it on your spoken voice, the normal way that you say is going to change everything. So you have to take care. And again, I suggest working with sounds. So what you're going to do is produce the falsetto stall everything in this position. And then think of using the sheep horn sound again with that position stalled. You get U first in falsetto, start the position, breathe inside it, and then produce the sheep horn sound. The sheep horn sound inside that. Don't let anything change and then meet that sound. So what is this? This is not the O that I normally speak on my spoken voice. I don't have that. I don't speak like this. I don't speak like this normally. No, this is not the way you speak. And that's a problem, because this is something that for me was completely different from my spoken voice. Even my chest voice that I normally use to sing is different from my spoken voice. Honestly, totally different. But this is really alien. I didn't know how to produce this. I didn't use this to speak with. I never produced that on my whole life. I had to learn that vowel. And that's what you're going to do in this exercise. So, you got to do this new on your low voice. From that position, from that detached falsetto position, produce that first. Add that reference, that weird sound reference inside it. That sound. It's not speech, it's sound. After you get the sound inside that position, it's going to produce a vowel sound. And then you learn that new vowel. That's the process that I want you to do. So, now on the low range, this is really inefficient. It's not good. It doesn't sound good. It sounds kind of retarded, actually. It's too loose. There's no power. If you try to give power using this, you're probably gonna hurt yourself if you try to do it on the low voice. But the cool thing about this is that on the high range, it's good. So, now I learned this vowel. I'm gonna use it on a phrase. For example, let's say that I'm singing "Dream On" from Aerosmith, and the lyrics go "Dream on, dream on." So I'll sing it low first. Dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on. I'm gonna alter it to that vowel on my low voice. I'm gonna say dream on, 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 dream on. And then with this position, I'm gonna sing it high. Dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on. And you see, it sounds much better. Why? Because that's more efficient on that area. That what we are doing is relaxing the tensions from your voice and giving more space so that you can produce the intensity that area takes. It takes a lot of energy. So if you don't have space for that energy to come out, you choke on it and you break. Okay, I hope it's clear. That quality, by the way, when we're using this, is the head voice that some people call mixed voice. I don't know how you want to call it. It sounds like those two vowels. You know, they are higher placed vowels. It's U and E. U as in cup, E as in sit. But it's important that you find it in a detached way. Don't try to use the same vowel that you speak with, because it's not gonna work. Most of the times it not. It may work so you're gonna feel pressure on your throat. It's not gonna be nice. Okay? I hope it helps. I'll follow up with other references of vowels that are good. For example, if you wanted to sing Rimon with more energy, instead of using you could sing it Dreamon, 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 which sounds like Dreamon, 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 which is also very cool on the song. And it's easy to do. You don't have to force, because you are adjusting the vowel properly. Vowel, vowel, vowel. Right? Thanks for watching, guys. See you.